Bear down, Bears fans. Question on the table today. Should the Chicago Bears take Peter Skoronski in the first round of the 2023 NFL draft? Whatever means that may be, right? Drafting back, trading back, taking him at 9. We'll talk about all that and more in today's episode of the Windy City Breeze Sports Talk Daily. Let's go. Now, if you are new to the channel, please like the video. Please subscribe to the page, man. We do talk Chicago sports daily on this channel. It's the only channel talk Chicago sports, how Chicago talks. So make sure that you get in tune with us, man. So, should the Chicago Bears be in on Peter Skoronski? That is the question on the table today. Skoronski coming out of Northwestern, and he's been a name that's been linked to the Chicago Bears for a while now. Interesting guy, right? I keep hearing about the arm length. To me, I think that does play a part into it, where people are saying that he's going to be a left tackle or a left guard for the Chicago Bears. I think here's the real thing when I look at Skoronski's game, though. I see a guy that is able to get out quick, is able to get in front of his man, does have that quick step. I think the arms comes into play on two different kinds of things. One, is he going to be able to get into the body of his defender quick enough? Now, he does have a move that I saw when breaking down some of his tape where he does a step out, that big step out that you want to see your left tackle and or right tackles do, right? And then he kind of has like a half step in where it allows him to get into the body of the defender really quickly, and he does that really well. Able to control his defender for the most part pretty well, able to move his guys kind of where he wants to. I mean, he has an understanding of that left tackle position. He's a 3-year starter at Northwestern. Hasn't seen a ton of success there in terms of wins, right? Because Northwestern just isn't a very good football program anymore. It's kind of up and down at times. I mean, like sometimes it's like, wow, they won like 7 games, and the other times it's like, wow, they are bad. But to me, right, when I look at Skoronski's game, I see the quickness. I like his stance for the most part. I'd like him to get a little bit lower when it comes to getting into the defender, but for the most part, I like his stance. I think he does have a good jab that he likes to throw out there with that right hand to try and get a control of defenders. But again, that's where the arm length comes in. Is it making contact all the time? You got to combine that jab with the step in. And to me, Skoronski's the kind of player that he does intrigue me. But I think that there are better players on the board than him. And I also think you have to take players into account that are also already on this team. The one thing for me that I think you have to do, and this is the biggest thing for me, if Ryan Poles believes in Braxton Jones, if he's going to allow Braxton Jones to play the left tackle position, if he's going to leave him sitting on that left side, then Ryan Poles needs to not draft Peter Skoronski. I like Peter Skoronski's game. I don't know if he's 9th overall. I think he's a name that I might take if I trade it back in this draft with the Steelers or whoever it may be, right? And we're sitting at 17. I think he'll probably still be on the board. Again, PFF is slating him as a guard. I think he's the best guard that's there. But to me, I think that you can get him a little bit later in this first round. I don't know if he'll be a top 10 pick. They have him slated going 7. I'm seeing mocks have him going all the way as far down as 20th. I would be surprised if he goes in that top 10 with some of the names that are in this draft. But again, they also have Kalijah Cansey down there in a lot of these drafts, and I think he's a top 10 talent. Hey, I want to know how you guys feel, man. Do you think the Chicago Bears should draft Peter Skoronski? Let me know in the comments below. I'll be down there talking with you as well as always, man. Here's the main thing for me when I look at Skoronski's game. I like his game. I do not love his game. For me to draft you at 9, I need to love your game. I love Broderick Jones's game. I love Paris Johnson's game. And to me, right, the biggest thing that I look at with Skoronski is that when you look at what side of the football he's on, it seems like the Bears are set there. Now, we may not believe it, right? Again, I've told y'all many a times on here, I like what Braxton Jones did his rookie year. I don't love what Braxton Jones did his rookie year. Now, there has to be growth. There has to be development, but it seems like they love what Braxton Jones is going to become. They're going to leave him at that left tackle position this season. Nobody has taken Braxton Jones's job, at least to this point. It seems like he's slated in at left tackle. You're going to have Tevin Jenkins now, who is all but confirmed on Twitter that he's moving to that left guard position. Who knows what you have at your center position? I'm assuming it's going to be some combination of Lucas Patrick and Cody Whitehair, seeing as how Cody Whitehair is still on the roster. So to me, right, you're talking about if you're drafting Peter Skoronski, you're going to probably move him to the right-hand side. Now, you do still have options there, right? Tevin Jenkins confirming that he's going to play left guard. Doesn't mean the Bears can't change their mind and say, we really liked what you did at right guard. We're going to put Skoronski in at left guard. He's going to be able to slate in there, help Braxton Jones on that left-hand side. We'll have you on the right-hand side where you had a lot of success last season. We'll figure out right tackle and center from there. I wouldn't be surprised if the Bears did something like that. I would actually be more in favor of the Bears doing something like that because I don't want to have rookies coming in and we're all of a sudden just like, hey, you know that side of the ball you've never played? Yeah, we want you to go play on that side. He's been a left tackle his entire life other than some high school where he played a little bit of left guard. And he's probably going to come into the NFL and be a guard. I think if you have Tevin there, you're probably not going to draft Skoronski if you feel confident about what you have on the left side of the football. Now, on the flip side of all of that, right, here's the big thing. We have no depth. I've given you guys the starting offensive line for the most part a couple of times this season when we've broken down these offensive linemen. And that's pretty much it. You're talking about maybe Larry Borum as a swing tackle. You're talking, right? Like there's not a ton happening on the left side of this football. You know what I mean? I'm sorry. On the back end of the offensive line, right? Like there's already not a ton going on the right side of the football, but on the back end of the offensive line, like you don't have a lot of backup. So maybe, right, you bring in Skoronski, you throw him in on that right side is just, hey, just kind of get your feet wet over there. We're really slating you for possibly this left side just in case Tevin gets hurt, because that's a situation that the Bears are in as well. Remember, you're probably going to draft somebody in this draft that is going to be a backup offensive lineman, tackle, whatever it is, because you went into last season not with the worst offensive line, with the most injured offensive line. Lucas Patrick did not play for you. Tevin Jenkins in and out of the lineup. Larry Borum was bad when he was in there and was hurt most of the time anyway, right? So I think that those things also factor in to the Bears' decision making here, but you can't select that guy to me at 9. And I think if you're going to grab Skoronski, unless you're going to trade back, you're probably talking about taking him with one of those top 10 picks. Not to say I would hate it. Like I said, I like him. I don't love him. If I'm picking you top 10, I want to love the guy that's going to be picked top 10, right? I love what Paris Johnson does on a football field. I've seen him be able to play on the right-hand side. I know that he has that ability already and that he can be successful over there. Is he better on the left? Sure, I'll give you that, but I see what he can do over there. I feel the same way with drafting Broderick Jones. I love Broderick Jones's game at the left tackle position. I would love for the Chicago Bears to draft Broderick Jones to be our starting left tackle, but they're not looking to replace that left tackle. That is what the offseason has kind of shown us. That is what the draft seems like it's shaping up to show us. Of course, on draft day, everything could be different, but it feels like that's kind of where we're heading with this Bears team, that they're not looking to move away from Braxton Jones on that left side. So to me, I'm looking at the left side like you're not drafting for your left side. You're drafting for your right side. You're trying to find starters for your right side of your offensive line. So for me, I like Skoronski. I wouldn't be devastated, right? It wouldn't be like, oh my God, I can't believe we drafted this guy. But I think to me, the plan is then a little bit unclear on what you want to do. I think that, like why are we talking about Tevin moving to the left side? Why are we even having that conversation? Why are we talking about, right? Like, because Tevin was good on the right side as well. So I think that you could have a little bit of a both in that situation. I think the Bears to me, this is a time where there's enough offensive linemen that you can take at 9, that you take the best one available. And I just don't think that that's Peter Skoronski. But maybe you guys do, man. Let me know how you guys feel in the comments below. I'll be down to talk with you as well. As always, man, to continue watching our Chicago Bears content, click the links on the screen and check the links in the description below. And make sure that you guys are tuned in next Monday as the first Chicago Bears pod gets ready to drop. Appreciate you guys for showing so much support and so much love. As always, man, it's your boy Pat the Designer, back at it again. Y'all stay safe out there, Chicago. Peace. Oh, by the way, drop a bear down so I know you made it to the end of the video. Drop a bear down so I know you made it to the end of the video. Peace.